My creepy landlord. My creepy landlord installed cameras to spy on me. My creepy landlord installed hidden cameras, so I trapped him in his own game. I only found the first camera because I dropped a fork. It slipped under the kitchen cabinet, and when I bent down to grab it, I saw a tiny black dot blinking behind the molding. I stared at it for 5 seconds straight before it hit me. It was pointed directly at my couch, where I usually nap, sometimes shirtless. I unscrewed the panel and pulled out the camera. It was wireless. Micro lens. No brand. Not something you find at Walmart. I didn't freak out. I got quiet. I live in an old triplex, 3rd floor. My landlord Dave lives on the bottom floor. Looks like a guy who eats plain boiled chicken and still sweats. You know the type. Too friendly. Always around. Just fixing stuff no one asked him to. A few weeks before, I caught him in the hallway just standing there, saying he thought he heard a leak. I thought he was just awkward. Turns out he was waiting for me to take my shirt off. So I started searching the apartment. Found a second cam inside the smoke detector above my bed. A third one behind a vent in the bathroom. This man had basically installed a live streaming network of my body without my consent. That's when I stopped being scared and started producing content. I left the cameras exactly where they were, but I changed the script. Every morning, I'd start with a routine. I'd stand directly under the camera in the bathroom and talk to it like it was Alexa. Good morning, Dave. Hope you're enjoying the view. Can't wait for you to see the surprise later. Then came the props. I filled my fridge with fake IDs, rubber gloves, and syringes filled with dyed water. Took hours to make everything look real. I'd sit on the couch under the kitchen cam, holding a fake burner phone, saying stuff like, "Yeah, the body's still in the tub, but the acid's working slowly." Sometimes I'd just stare straight into the camera for 30 minutes. No blinking, no moving. Just wide-eyed, like I was watching him. By week 2, I noticed changes. Dave stopped coming upstairs. Normally, he'd check the pipes at least once a week. Now, dead silence. So I escalated. I installed my own camera, pointed right at my front door, just in case. Then I invited a friend over who does tech work for indie films. We wore lab coats and carried a duffel bag with a disassembled mannequin covered in fake blood. Made sure to drag it past every hidden camera with the timing of a Broadway show. Later that night, I accidentally left my apartment door cracked and went out. Came back 2 hours later to find things slightly moved. He was watching in real time, but now he was scared enough to come check in person. That's when I knew he was cracking. The final blow came from a live stream. I knew he was broadcasting this stuff online. You don't go through the trouble of hiding this many cams without being a full-blown voyeur freak. So I used a signal sniffer and found the stream. He was broadcasting on some scuzzy back alley forum with anonymous users chatting while I brushed my teeth. I recorded the feed for a week. Then, during one of my crazy monologues, I held up a whiteboard with his full name, address, and a little note. "Smile, Dave. You're being recorded too." He killed the stream 5 seconds later. 2 days passed, then 3. Then I got a knock at my door. It was Dave. He looked sweaty, twitchy, like a man on the verge. I just wanted to check if everything's all right," he stammered. I smiled like a psychopath. "It's all good. Hey, do you know what a federal crime is?" His face went pale. That night, the cameras disappeared. One by one, I didn't touch a thing. I just watched from my door cam as he crept around unscrewing every lens he'd planted like a sad little mole hiding his tracks. But I wasn't done. I sent an anonymous link of the recorded live stream to his HOA, his church, and his mother. Yes, I found her Facebook. The final nail? I printed screenshots from the stream, especially the ones showing me clearly unaware, and mailed them to every other tenant in the building. Now he's under investigation, and the house is for sale. The best part? He still doesn't know it was me who turned the tables. As far as he knows, I'm just the weird girl upstairs who talks to herself and maybe murdered someone in the tub. And if he ever dares try this again, well, I've got a spare camera of my own, just in case he forgets what being watched really feels like.